Hello everyone, welcome back to Live at 7:05. Dr. Colleen
Hello.
and Dr. Marc here from Lifetime Wellness. Hope you all had a great Christmas holiday season and that your new year is off on a great track
Fun times.
already. Yep. So just a really quick little video tonight to help ease you into some healthier choices for the new year. We were just chatting about how, of course, so many people lay out New Year's resolutions for themselves at the end of the year, heading into a new year. We prefer to look at setting healthier goals for the year because goals are supposed to come along with a plan of action as well to help you achieve those. A much higher success rate when you lay out some goals with some solid plans. So,
well, this is a great tip for the new year, but it's also this is great any time of the year. So this is something.
But before we get to that, question of the day is: do you, generally speaking, eat breakfast? Just in the comments, yes or no. Whether you're watching this live or watching this later, just leave a comment letting us know if you normally eat breakfast. And you were saying that this one simple tip is not just a New Year's tip, but this is all the time, any time of year, weekdays, weekends. Just one simple thing, one simple shift that you can make to your first meal of the day that over time will radically improve your health and the health of every family member.
Game changer. Total game changer.
Yeah. So that is to, instead of making...
Oh wait, what?
Never mind, I'm not going to tell you.
What's the standard American breakfast consist of? For most people, a lot of people, especially kids, but a lot of adults, how do they start their day with what foods?
Grains and sugar. Refined grains
and dairy.
Sugar.
Yeah, or a combination of those.
And dairy. So you're talking things like cereal, baked goods, pancakes, waffles, muffins, bagels, if I didn't say that, toast, juice along with it, toxic milk with the cereal.
Bagel and cream cheese, croissants, toast.
Yeah.
Just a lot of grains, which most of these are refined carbohydrates that equals sugar. A lot of times they're coated with sugar, so you look at all the cereals, and then a lot of times it's coated with dairy or covered in dairy or sinking in dairy. So that's how a lot of people start their day, a lot of sugar and a lot of inflammatory foods.
Right. So one thing that we teach here with our nutrition classes and clients is just to think of, instead of making such a drastic change right away, think of crowding out your breakfast plate, crowd out all those refined carbs that are sugar, inflammatory, toxic sugar. Crowd your plate out. Get those off your plate or leave less room for them, and instead start to replace them with healthy fats and clean proteins. That's the first step, because the more you can reduce those refined carbs and the sugars and replace with something else, not only will you feel better from a perspective of inflammation and chronic symptoms you've been having, but you feel better as far as energy, focus, clarity. As far as children are concerned, if anyone's in school, this is the way to start your day. If you're a breakfast eater, this is the way to start the day. This is fuel to satisfy you, to make you feel good, clear, and focused for longer, especially if you remember to include enough healthy fats. So when we talk about healthy fats, are you going to rattle off?
Well, I was going to say, so start your day with protein and fat, if you're going to eat protein and fat.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
So healthy fats can be anything from avocados, grass-fed butter, grass-fed ghee, full fat dairy type products like yogurt or kefir, full fat, none of this fat-free, low-fat garbage. You want to fuel up the brain with healthy fats. And then meat can be any of your standard breakfast meats, but also there's no reason you can't eat leftover meat from the day before, right? Meat is meat.
Eggs, bacon, sausage, meatloaf, I don't care what it is. You can have any kind of meat, whatever's your favorite.
Yes. So that is step one, and that's where a lot of people need to start. If you're still eating a very high carbohydrate, refined carbohydrate based breakfast, that's step one. Stick with that for as long as you want. Stick with that one change forever if you want. Then if you're ready to take it to the next level, and we won't go too far into this tonight because this topic deserves its own its own little presentation. But the next step is to just delay that first meal of your day so that you give your body more time in a fasted state. Nobody said you're fasting. You're giving your body more time in a fasted state. Metabolically, that is super powerful to bring levels of inflammation down and reduce your risk for all chronic illness across the board. We are in a feasted state far too often with eating too frequently throughout the day. So just delaying that first meal, an hour, 2, 3, maybe waiting until lunch, is very, very powerful. Try that a couple days a week to start with, and then try it even more days than that.
For overall health, these are 2 great steps, but also if your goal is to lose any weight, lose any fat, these also really support that by keeping blood sugar levels down and more importantly than that, keeping insulin levels down. So both of these strategies, protein and fat for meal or pushing the meal back, drive sugar and insulin down in the body, and that's the only way you're going to lose fat. If insulin's on the scene, no fat burning is going to happen.
Right.
So this is a way to support any
no
weight
matter
loss efforts.
what you're doing, no matter what boot camp you just signed up for or what diet you're doing, until you get insulin under control, fat is going to remain on the scene.
So cut out the grains and dairy and sugar for breakfast, start having protein and fat, and it'll change your life.
So
Let us know after it does.
Yeah. We'll talk to you soon.